strong 5.7 magnitude quake shakes Salt Lake City, Utah, the biggest in 28 years. It's damaged the spire and the statue on top of the Temple of the Latter-day Saints. This here has been damaged because of that 5.7, and we've been having quake swarms all day. Now I've posted a previous video concerning this with details of what's going on underneath. For example, the mantle plume that connects this area with the Baja mantle plume that goes to the west of the high threat volcanoes of California, and also directing the eastern part towards Yellowstone right through Utah. We've also shown that Utah has a number of volcanoes. It has 8 volcanoes all along this line of the mantle plume from Baja going straight up towards Provo and Salt Lake City. And we'll see on the maps how Salt Lake City is also a very soft sediment area, and a lot of liquefaction will be taking place there. That's why people have been told to stay out of buildings. And now they say that this should have been the main quake, but who knows, because of the fact that earthquakes are still going on there. Now, in the meantime, this 5.7 is the biggest in 28 years. It shook millions of people across Metro Salt Lake City, closing the international airport hub, showering bricks onto the sidewalks, damaging the spire atop of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the iconic Salt Lake Temple. The epicenter of the 5.7 magnitude was just southwest of Salt Lake City, in an area which is marshland, basically, between the airport and Great Salt Lake. The earthquake and its aftershocks physically and mentally rattled about 2.8 million people. And the governor, Gary Herbert, says it's extremely bad timing because we're already anxious and stressed because of what was happening with the epidemic. Now let's go to see what's going on with the maps and take a look at the volcanoes in the area as well. And this is the mantle plume, as we said, going from Baja all the way through Utah and into Yellowstone. We are at Seismo Berkeley, and I'm showing you the 5.7 that we had. It's right here, and we've had the 4.4 right here, 4.5, sorry, a little bit later. And this here is just this past hour, 4.6. So this 4.6 is actually the second highest after the 5.7. It's because of the past hour, nobody has reported feeling it yet, but people are outside of their homes. Let's go see the shake map of the 4.6 we just had just now. Okay, it's still, as we see, very active. And this is strange because we did not have any earthquakes this past week. These are just today's earthquakes. See contours, okay. Okay, and when we saw that it's right on the fault, of course. And unfortunately, they stopped the block right here. They stopped the square right here. But if we were to extrapolate these things, it would go up around here. This is Yellowstone. That's Yellowstone right there. Okay, and we can see this is the river, the mountain range right here. It's a fault line going right from Baja here, from Baja, right this way into Yellowstone right there. And that's the line that we saw before on the map going right here. That's a mantle plume right there. That's magma underneath. And magma underneath here, of course, the high threat volcanoes of California, all on the Walker Lane fault system. This is San Andreas, of course. And this is where that mantle plume goes, one here and one there. This feeding is right in the area of, now, okay, you're saying, okay, these are earthquakes. What do they have to do with volcanoes? Well, we have magma under there, and these are the volcanoes of Utah. 8 volcanoes. These are this is the location of the volcanoes, as you can see. Let's go out a little bit more. Okay, that's Baja right there. This is Yellowstone in Wyoming right there where the hand is. That's Salt Lake City. and these are the volcanoes right on that line going right from Baja all the way to Yellowstone. So we've ascertained that. Some of these volcanoes had recent earthquake. I think this one was a couple of thousand years ago. Black Rock volcano. Okay, that's Rhyolite Dome, youngest flows, roughly 660-year-old ice spring lava flows. So they're not even 1,000, they're 660-year-old lava flows. Okay, so these lava flows extend 4 kilometers north. Okay, so that's 660 years ago. That's pretty, I thought it was, maybe I was thinking of another volcano in that area. Okay, this was, as we said, Black Rock. I think it was Black Knoll. Okay, let's go to Bald Knoll. Bald Knoll. And Utah, Bald Knoll, cinder cone, probably erupted only a few thousand years ago. That's what I was thinking of. I got them all mixed up. They both start with a B. I'm sorry. Okay, this one was 660. Black Rock was 660 years ago. Lava flow, lava eruption, which was just around the corner, basically, right? And this is another one. Let's go see more about that. When did that last erupt? Let's see if we have any. Okay, cinder cone lava vents at Markagun Plateau. Last eruption about 1,000 years ago. Okay. It began about 5 million years ago, continued up to the last eruption, which was 1,000 years ago. So these are pretty young geologically. And they're all on the path towards Yellowstone. Okay, let's go take one more. Santa Clara. Santa Clara is a volcanic field. There we go. Dixie Forest volcanic field. Active since about 4 million years ago, contains numerous cinder cones and lava flows. The Santa Clara lava flow was erupted from 2 young cinder cones above Snow Canyon about 10 to 20,000 years ago, one of the youngest lava flows in Colorado Basin Range region. The almost unvegetated lava flow extends 16 kilometers, excavated through rocks. Okay, so you can see that they're pretty young, they're active. As we said, there's magma under there. And, these are the past hour are these red ones. Okay, 3, and they're pretty shallow. That's about 5 miles down, 6 miles down. And this one here, as we said, the airport is closed. The temple, spire, and statue have sustained damage. People have been asked to stay out of the buildings, and I want to go into the liquefaction. We have to go into the liquefaction of that. Let's take another map. Let's go. We'll go with liquefaction anyway. Take this map here. And people have reported feeling it, you see. They're just now getting to reporting it to USGS. Let's go to our faults and go to the liquefaction. Okay, this map doesn't have it. We'll have to go to another one. We'll go to the major one. We'll go to the major quake because that has the liquefaction. And it's frightening to see it because it's right in the location of our quakes. Where's the liquefaction? Let's see. There we go. Okay. This one has it, you see. Okay. And to see it better, we have to go to our aerial. You'll see that this is Salt Lake. Let's put the, go back. Okay, that's Salt Lake City. So the whole thing here has been shaken. Unfortunately, the shake waves only stop at this square. But you can understand that if you extrapolate them, where do they go? I wouldn't be surprised if they were even felt in Yellowstone. Look how intense they are. Okay, but let's go to the liquefaction. Okay, liquefaction and tectonics. Okay, Let's go in now. You can see the liquefaction. We'll have to take out the shakes. Take out the shaking. Okay, there it is. You see that? That's all liquefaction, and of course it's in the area of the southern part of Salt Lake, and it's right over Salt Lake City. Okay, let's go back to the aerial, the topographic. That's Salt Lake City right there. So this is all, and here as well, Eisenhower Highway. Okay. Magna, Salt Lake City, the whole thing here is all basically, as you can understand, at the bordering, the beaches of Great Salt Lake. That's all very soft. You even have lakes over here. Okay, let's go up a little bit more. I want to get to our aerial. Okay, these are lakes as well here. So all of this is very low-lying to the west of the mountains, and all of this is basically a valley. Okay? And what's this? This is more faults running through this lake here. This whole thing here is soft. All of this is soft. Liquefaction is the worst thing for an earthquake, because all this thing is going to start rattling and shaking. And that's why people have been told to be very alert, and as we said, they're still going on. This one here. How many people reported up to now? 5. But they just get, before there was nothing. Now they're starting to report it. Okay, so all of you there, please be very careful, because as we said before, these are all today's quakes, and they're all over this region. Okay, that's another pond, ponds, and you can see this, basically this whole area is marshland. Okay, you could take a look at this. It's all marshland. Okay, let's go back to see if, yeah, we did have quakes along Utah, the volcanic area that we saw before, right here. Okay, these are the locations of the eight volcanoes of Utah. Let's go out a little bit. Okay, that's where we have the quakes, right there. Okay. So, and as we said, this magma, how much is this? This is 1.4. Okay. There were no, this was this past week, that was 7. Okay, that was like 5 days ago. But otherwise, you didn't have any earthquakes. These are all today's quakes. So please be very careful and alert. And thank you for your support, and we'll keep an eye out on this. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.